Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I have an absolutely stunning card. Of course, stunning because of the beautiful stamp sets and the designer series paper that we have at Stampin' Up, but also because of the fun fold. This one is called a vertical easel card. I came across this the other day. And I have not made this particular one, although I did make a card. If I remember correctly, it was a Christmas themed card, a winter scene, and it was called the Bay Window card. So something similar. Let me just show you this, this one. This is the vertical easel card, and then I'll explain the other one. So this is basically, will lie flat and is the right size to fit into one of our standard A2 sized envelopes. But the fun feature of this is that the front bends out and then you have this focal piece on the front that sort of pops out. Now, these frames that I, excuse me, that I used are called the Stitched Nested Labels dies. I love these dies because they're double stitching for outside and inside stitching, and it just was perfect for this card. So I've layered a couple of different sizes on here, and I will show you the mechanism for getting it to pop out like that. And then what happens is when you open it up, of course you have the inside of your card with your greeting if you like, but then you put on another one. This is the one of the smallest frames, and it becomes your stopper, so that you can sort of like rest the card, the vertical fold, against that, and then you can stand it up. And so it becomes a little display item. Isn't that just gorgeous? Now, this is the Dragonfly Garden stamp set that I used, and I actually watercolored all of the flowers on there. Isn't that sweet? And then this one I made with a little donkey. This is a great little birthday card or Valentine's Day card. So I used some more of our gorgeous papers and new ribbon. And this one opens up and there's another little donkey sitting down here. It's your birthday, hee-haw. And then, excuse me, and then you can pop that underneath that, like that. Now, I apologize for the coughing. I'm struggling with my asthma over the last couple of days. I tried to film this video last night and it didn't go well. And I may be struggling today, but I want to get this video out to you, so hopefully you can bear with me. So today I'm going to make yet another card, and this time I am using the Snailed It bundle. So this is the stamp set, and then it has coordinating dies, okay? And I didn't do stamping or coloring ahead of time. I want to use this cute little ensemble of mushrooms here, and so I might put that on the front of the card, or I might put the snail. I'm not sure yet. We're going to design on the fly, but these are the stamp sets in here, or this is the stamp set, I should say. So let's pull out the little mushroom and we'll get him mounted up. And I might just do this cute little hello on here. So let's get that mounted up on a stamp. Hello. And let's do the mushrooms. They're going to be fun to color, I think. I'll use my blends. Okay, not sure what else I'll use in there. Okay, so I've pre-cut the cardstock. So you're going to start with a card base. This is Bermuda Bay because I'm matching up the colors inside. You need a scrap piece of paper. So this is the card base, and I'm going to show you how to score that. This is my piece for the inside of the card. Now, there will be a blog post associated with this, so down below in the video description you'll see a link to the blog post, so you can get all of the cutting and scoring measurements. And then this is going to be my little stopper, which I'll put a little stamp on there. And then here's my designer series paper. that I'm going to put on the front. I didn't match up the patterns, which was silly. I should have, but I didn't. But that's okay. And then, oh no, I was going to use, well, I could use the back too. Maybe I'll use the back. I think that's what I intended to do, and then do the mushrooms on the front. So this could also be a sweet Valentine's Day card. And then I cut out my, my 2 other frames here. Now in the frame set, and I'll indicate this in my blog post, I used 3 different frames, and I will tell you all about that in my blog post, because I numbered mine. So when I get a new die set, I always take, I scan it, I put it on my printer scanner, and I scan a copy so that I can put it on. This is the folder that comes with it. So I put it on the back so that I can see the frames or see the dies that are in this collection. And then inside what I did was I just numbered them. They're nested, so I numbered them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so I'll indicate which ones that I pulled from here. Okay, so let's show you what I did for the scoring on the base, because it's a bit different. So let me pull out my mini scoreboard here. So you're going to score this at 4 1/8. So 4 1/8. That's 4 1/4. 4 1/8. And also at 5 3/8. So 5 1 2 3/8. Well, that doesn't seem right to me. What have I done wrong? Yeah, I've done that wrong. I'm supposed to score it at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm going to have to grab another piece because I've made a mistake. You would think after making this card twice, 2 other times, I wouldn't make any mistakes. Okay, so back to our scoring. So this is Bermuda Bay, and it measures 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And you're going to score this at 2 1/8. So 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And 4 and that's 4 1/2, 4 1/4. Okay. All right. So this is going to be the back of the card. Okay. So we're going to just fold that over, and let's move this out of the way. And I'm just going to give this a good burnish on here. Like that. And then this is the front of your card, and it's going to pop out. So you want to fold that over, and again give that a good burnish. All right, so there's your card base. Okay, so your 2 pieces of designer series paper will go onto the front like this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that. I'm still debating whether I should use the mushrooms. I love the mushrooms. But then if I do the mushrooms in the center, yeah, I think I'm going to use the hearts. This is sometimes the struggle with our beautiful designer series papers, is which side do I want to use? All right, so let's give this, or put some tape on here. Now this is a tight fit. I wanted some very narrow borders on here. So to see both ends and to center it, I'm going to do it this, or make sure my hearts are the right way up. I'm going to do it this way. So let's center this up. Okay, and then let's do the second piece. And again, I'm going to turn it so I can get it centered, make sure my hearts are going in the same direction as the other piece. There we go. So there is the front of our card. Then we have an inside panel, but I'm going to stamp something on here before I insert that. All right, so this is going to be our base, and we're going to wrap some ribbon around that, and then this is what we're going to decorate, or we're going to stamp an image on here. Now I wanted to do these mushrooms like I said earlier. I think they will just fit on there. Okay, so let's bring out my black Memento ink, and let's ink this up. Whenever I use a new set of stamps, I like to sort of condition them a little bit. So I ink it up, and then I'm going to stamp it off onto a scrap piece of paper. Just grab some paper here. And I kind of mush it a bit, and then I'll ink it up again. I just want to ensure that I get a nice crisp image. Okay, and then let's stamp this on here. I think I'll go towards the bottom and then maybe put my greeting along the top there. Okay. And I'm going to do the I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the greeting. I might put it on a separate piece of paper, like a banner across the top. Let's get a piece of Whisper White out and maybe do that. I'll create a little banner along the top, and I might back it with some red or some blue. Not sure what I'm doing yet. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to snip this. Then I think I will flag it. So I'm going to go up the center and then in from the sides. Okay, so I'm going to decide on the backing a little bit later. All right, so let's give this mushroom some color. So I'm going to pull out some Granny Apple Green for the leaves and the grass. Maybe I'll do a different color. Let's do the grass in the Granny Apple Green. I'm just going to sort of just go over the grass a bit. And I might just color in a little bit of grounding here, so that the image doesn't look like it's just floating in mid-air. Okay, and maybe we'll do this foliage in a different color. Let's pull out, I think this is Mossy Meadow. Light Mossy Meadow, yes. So we'll color this in. Okay, so there are our mushrooms all colored. And now it's time to tie a ribbon around here. Now I'm going to use this beautiful Daffodil Delight, whoops, here we go, Daffodil Delight ribbon here. So I'm going to, I find it better to do a separate bow on here rather than try and tie it all at once. So I'm going to just wrap this around here. I think I'm going to do it a little bit higher and put the bow up higher on this one. So let's wrap this around, and I'm just going to use some glue dots for that. So let me pull out my glue dots. So we'll just wrap that around like that. And let's take off a bit of ribbon at the back. Let's get it nice and straight. Like that. Grab another glue dot and wrap that ribbon around the back. Okay, I might even trim that a little bit. Okay, so there's our ribbon. Then I'm going to tie a bow. I love this ruched ribbon. It's so pretty. Gives it a little texture when it's ruched like that. I like to pull out my scissors that I reserved just for cutting ribbons, super sharp. Just snaps off that ribbon. Okay. So I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. I'm going to do my ribbon at the top like that. Actually, this time I'm not. I don't know if you need to do dimensionals. There's a lot of dimension in this already, and I had put this donkey up on dimensionals as well as this other one, and I don't think it's needed. So I'm going to glue this on flat on here, and we'll just see what the difference is. Again, I'm going to do this sideways because I need to see both ends to get it centered. And you want to line up the points with the points. That helps center it. Okay. And then we'll stick a ribbon maybe right in the middle. That'd be kind of cute, I think. Yeah, let's do that. So let's grab another glue dot. Do something a bit different. Put a glue dot right there in the middle, and then we'll press down our ribbon like that. That's kind of cute. It's like a little floating bow. Okay, now I want to show you how to make the mechanism to attach it to the card. That's kind of looking cute. Okay, so what you want to do is the scrap piece of paper that you had, you're going to use your 1.5 inch circle punch, and if you don't have 1.5 inch, then use something else. It has to be, you know, on the smaller side. So let's punch out one circle, and hopefully I can squeeze another circle out of this little piece of paper here. Yes, I can. Okay. And the next thing you're going to do is you can fold these in half manually, or you can take your scoreboard and you're going to put a score line right down the middle, like so. Then you're going to fold it and fold it, and then we're going to let's grab my bone folder and we're going to burnish those. Okay, this is very, very simple to do now. So what you do is you take, these are going to end up with the folds facing towards one another, and they're going to straddle the score line on the card. Okay, so you're going to put just a tiny bit of glue on the back, like so. And you're going to straddle, not on top of the score line, but just to the, in this case, to the left of it. Okay, and just hold that in place for a couple of seconds to let the glue set. And you're going to do the same thing on this one, just a little bit of glue on the back. And again, you're going to straddle it. You're not bumping it up next to each other. You're just going to straddle that score line. Okay, and hold that down for a couple of seconds. Okay, and then the next step is you're going to simply put some glue on the top now, and you're going to lie this flat. Okay, so you're going to center it on your card. So it's easy using these dies because you've got the point. So point to point on that score line, and then just hold that down for a few seconds to let that glue set. And then that's your mechanism. Pretty simple, huh? Very, very simple. So the next step will be to decide what we're going to do on the inside of our card. So we've got a little garden of mushrooms, so it makes sense to put a little snail inside, I think. So let's do this. Let's do this little snail here. You've got mail. That's so cute. And it's so appropriate that they, Stampin' Up! Came up with this stamp set. It's called, you know, Snailed It. Because we all know about snail mail, and oh my gosh, it certainly was evident over Christmas, wasn't it? I mean, I sent Christmas cards out at the beginning of December, and people were getting them during Christmas and even after Christmas. Snail mail. Even shipments from Amazon were really slow this year. And I just think this is the cutest. They could come up with one to represent the Pony Express too. They could have some horses with these little little letters on their backs. Okay. Now I didn't have to condition this stamp because I've used it before. So I'm going to stick this towards the bottom. And then I'm going to you've got lots of room to do your message. Now I'm going to wait for that to dry a little bit. Now I've got this little, this is your little closure piece. So I might, let's see, what else can I use in here? I might just do some hearts on here. Might do some hearts on here. So let's get another block. And I think I will do these in red. So let's get out my red ink pad. Sorry, it's right up here behind the camera. And let's see, we'll put one here, one here, and one here. Okay. And I might color those in. So let's get out my red blends. So again, if you don't want to watch me color,